Good morning, 10th of July 2019, Piotr here, and this is the crypto, actually Bitcoin and Ethereum market preview here on YouTube Global Light Forex channel. Again, good morning. Let's start with Bitcoin daily chart. If you remember, I didn't delete any kind of the line since we started to talk about the Bitcoin, since we discussed the possibility of the bottom creation, since we discussed that once we are going to broke through 5,800, 6,000, I'm not gonna be surprised that we are not gonna to look back. Everything is history already, right? What we are talking about here. So latest rally, the first towards 13,700, the high from 26th of June, right? We stopped around 2018 yearly open. We saw strong pullback, and we were discussing that maybe what we've seen is gonna be based on what was here based on the monthly chart. If you remember, we were discussing one move to the downside, second move to the downside, and third was not the same in distance, but we've had three waves where the third one was the strongest one, right? So we were basically trying to implement same scenario here on daily. Looks like we made just two waves to the downside, as you can see here and here, all right? And now very important, we haven't seen the third one. Market stopped at the psychological 10,000 level. That was very positive. So right now, from daily chart perspective, where we are retesting this 2018 yearly open, but I would be very careful. Look guys, I would be very careful. One moment. Yeah, what is going on here, right? Very psychological level, taking into the consideration the high over here from late June, right? Retest right now. So same equal move, right? Same distance of the move. I would be very cautious and careful here. I'm not saying, just listen carefully, I'm not saying we are going down strong from here, right? What I'm saying, that market, because we didn't make this third wave to the downside, market may try to start to consolidate in between 9,800 and 10,000 to the downside, and something around 13.5 to 14,000 to the upside, right? Maybe we need such a consolidation before continuation. If you remember my video where I was comparing Litecoin halving with upcoming Bitcoin halving in May 2020, right? If not, go back and check archive section in Light Forex Global YouTube channel. You will find it, right? So maybe it's time to start to consolidate a bit, right? In that case, again, 9,800 latest low, 10,000 psychological level, and to the upside 13,500, maybe 14,000. So let's switch lower. Let's have a look what we have from intraday perspective here on the hourly, for example. All right. Let's have a look what we have. In that case, right now, been tested already. The first possible. Let's do this different way. First possible demand been tested already. All right. The next one, which has not been tested, right, as you can see, is around 11,600, 11,500 based on my chart here, and the latest one I see here as a possible demand zone also hasn't been tested, something closer to 10,500, where we have some nice liquidity pools here, and here in case of move to the downside. Where is possible supply? Well, we're testing possible supply there you go. We're testing possible supply right here, right now, based on my chart, around 13,250, 13,400 on Bitcoin. Let's quickly have a look what we have from Ethereum perspective. Ethereum versus USD. If you remember, that was this cassette, right? The old range, we broke to the upside, we almost fulfilled the target, all right? Pullback. And we were discussing that because of this pullback and because of the old range, that was the more or less old range in between those blue lines based on weekly chart, right? And we discussed that this such a pullback, some guys will try to buy at the top of that range around 300, 280, but I've been talking that I'm gonna to try prepare myself and I'm gonna be patient to wait for 250, right? Well, looks like I wasn't right this time. Yeah, frankly speaking, I'm not always right. So I missed this 250. We didn't go that low, right? We were trying to hold to 80, 300. And right now, similar situation as on Bitcoin. I think we might see some kind of the consolidation, this time one level higher. So we are talking about 280, 300 to the downside, 360, 400 to the upside. And from the health market perspective, right? It's good to have some kind of the consolidation sometimes before another rally. So trying to summarize, Ethereum again, as long as we are above 280, it might be some kind of the consolidation between 280, 300 to the downside, 360, 400 to the upside. Below 300, below 280, I would say 250 as the first target, and below 250, 220, and psychological 200 on Ethereum versus USD. So that's it from me. Don't be trapped, and see you around. Have a good one.